Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I'm going to be unveiling my new custom made darts, which I've had done. As you can see, they've been done by Cuesoul, and I was going to get them done in the UK over the summer, but the waiting time from various companies was about 6 months. I went on Cuesoul.com and it took me 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. So yeah, they come from Cuesoul.com, but they come from the Chinese side of the website. So I've actually been dealing with them and this is what they've made for me. So I started by making a very, very simple drawing of various designs. I don't have any of them. I've thrown them all away, unfortunately. But let's see what you get in here. So I paid it was 1,600 RMB. And it should have been so that's about £160. But they was going to charge me £200, but because I bought more than one set, you get 20% discount. So I've actually bought 3 different sets. Well, 3 sets to say. Okay, so the box, it is metal. I think it's aluminium. And this is what you get when you open it. You got this nice, like, soft cushioning. Now, you only get the darts in there. They did not give me an option to get custom stems or flights. I do believe that is an option there for you. So let's have a look at one of these darts. Now, as you can see, it's very smooth down the bottom and it's got a ring grip at the top. There's 2 things that influence this decision here. The first thing is this dart here. So it's the Cuesoul dart. The rings where I put my thumb on them, that is exactly where I want them. But my middle finger, I could never feel this part of the pattern here. And I've got some Stephen Buntings, which are completely smooth, and I can feel that. So that's why I went for this design, okay? And then the coloring, I don't know how much of the color. Yeah, there you go. So I've gone for blue and green. Why blue and green? Well, some of you may know I'm from Yorkshire, and Yorkshire colors are blue and green, with the white rose, of course. So yeah, I went for blue and green. So I'm actually calling these the Yorkshire edition. I do have an idea for a future dart I would do based on where I currently live now in Chengdu. So that's maybe a year or 2 down the line. So yeah, that's this dart. Now, I'm going to compare it directly to the Cuesoul dart, because if you look, they're the same width, they're the same length, and they've more or less got the same point on it. The Derby one's a bit shorter just because I've used it. The balance of these darts, it is a bit different, and I will show you why using these 2 Swiss points here. So if you look here, there's 2 Swiss points. They're the same length, okay? Pretty hard to see there. But if we put one of them into the Derby dart, you see, it barely goes in. Like, I'm pushing that down and it only goes in maybe a centimetre at most. If I'm being generous, a centimetre. You get my new dart, it goes in much, much deeper. Again, I'm pushing it in. And the reason for that is, I think it's because I don't have anything here. They're trying to take weight from inside the barrel. So what that's actually done, it's moved the center of gravity of the dart. It's maybe a bit more forward by about 5 mil on the Derby dart. I don't have a device to measure it. That's probably the best I can do. I need it to be balanced. It's about there. So you can see it is out by a tiny, tiny bit. So yeah, that's my darts. That's enough talking about them. Any questions, leave a comment. I can give you more details. But yeah, I'm going to cut now to me throwing them. So I've only had them 2 days as of filming this video, not even that actually. So yeah, let's get over to that video and I'll see you there. Right, you've seen them up close. Let's start throwing them. 100 darts at 20s. Now, you've seen them up close. I'll keep talking a little bit more about them. Is that 2? It is 2, you know. So yeah, these darts, they are from Cuesoul.com, but they're not from Cuesoul.com. I'll explain. So the easiest way to do it is China has its own version or its own app, which is, it's pretty much eBay. That's the easiest way to describe it. It's pretty much eBay. And Cuesoul actually have a shop on there, and I did it through them. And initially, initially it was going to cost me, I think the guy said it was going to be about £70 a set it was going to cost me. But if I ordered a second set and a third set, they'd have 20% off. So I think at the time I ended up paying, it was about 160 quid, I think I ended up paying. So yeah, very happy with them. The thing I did not expect, and you've seen me highlighting it at the beginning, it's a very deep thread, very deep threaded barrel. So that's why the weight is so far forward. But it is, that was a terrible draw. I'm getting used to them. It means all the darts that you might see here, they're going to start disappearing pretty soon. I'm going to start getting rid of them. I'm going to start selling them. No more Swiss points for me. I'm tired of snapping them. And I don't understand. If you get darts, your consumables should be stems and flights. Yeah, you shouldn't be snapping like 5 points in less than a year, because they're not cheap. I think let's say the average set is £6 or £7. I've snapped 5 points, and I think, okay, 3 of them have been a standard Swiss point, but when they've snapped, they've all snapped at different lifespan stages, so they've all never been the same length when they've snapped. So it actually does mean I currently have maybe 5 spare Swiss points of the standard ones, but they're probably spread across a 4mm length difference. You don't want that. And then if you get some of the more expensive ones, like the Storm or the Storm Nano, they can be like £10. It's too much. You shouldn't be spending, because you get something like that, you're going to go, okay, I'm going to buy a long point. I want to see if littlers do work with a long point. You buy them. They don't like them. You might be able to sell them on, or most likely they'll just end up in a drawer somewhere or in your darts case. It's a lot of money, and I was just thinking, why am I spending more on points than I am darts? Especially when I do have the pointing tool. Like I have the Windmill Craftsman. Just one. I don't even know where we are. Oh, we're only 1 point behind. I can use that. And I don't ever recall snapping a point. And if I do snap a point, I've actually got 3 sets of these. So what I'm going to probably do is I'm probably going to have 2 of them that I'm just using daily. So they get some very similar wear rates. And if I do snap a point and I can't get it out, I can put it in alum powder and get it out that way. And it ain't going to affect my game. And then I'm going to keep one of them. I'm actually thinking I might give one of them away when I get to 1,000 subs. Like, I'll keep 1 set new. That's my logic anyway. But it's just an idea. That could change. Everything's subject to change, isn't it? But yeah, I'm happy. If you actually go on Cuesoul.com, I think, I could be wrong, they're listed at $79 per set. I'd recommend it. I really would. If you're doing it through the .com though, you're probably not going to have the language barrier I had. I could communicate enough, but there was, I wish I'd said center weighted, because then he might have drilled, the point might have gone a bit deeper just to balance it a bit more. But yeah, the darts, the one thing I did like is he said to me, what weight do you want? And I told him the weight. And it was something I didn't think of. He said to me, is that including the point or just the barrel? And I was like, no, including the point. So I've weighed every set I've got, or the 2 sets that I've opened so far, and they're all 23.1. And I requested 23. So cannot be angry at all. Oh, is that in the treble? It sneaked in. Whew. Right, we've had 51 darts. Let's have a quick check-in. We're not doing bad, are we? We're not doing bad. I've actually wrote down a list. It's not in this room. It's in the living room of things I'm working on. It's about 9 things. I think what I'm going to have to do is just choose one and work on that one, because there's sometimes there's so many different things going on in my head that I forget the easy things. And also, the other thing, this challenge, the thing I don't like about it is I always have a point where I just drop off a cliff. It's like I just lose my concentration for about 2 minutes, and then it'll come back. And before you know it, them darts in the middle, it just starts going wrong. But wow, we've only hit the target 33 times. That is not good. Let's try and rectify that a little bit. I have been playing this game every day. I'm averaging, ignore the score, but I'm averaging about 60 to 66% hit rate I'm averaging, which I'm okay with, but I do want to get to that 70. Right, let's have another quick update because I feel we're close. Okay. We're 9 behind, but we're on 60 with 31. I'm happy with 4. If I'm hitting 4, I'm happy because I'm gaining 1 back. But I would like to gain more than 1. Oh, I thought that was in. Oh. And then the good things are undone. If I could get 90, I'd be very happy. If I can get over 95, I've done good. But yeah, I've tried approaching this game from a different way a couple of times, where I'll do 50, or I'll do like the first 16 visits or so, and I'll just put the darts down, go and have a walk for a minute, maybe go to the toilet, come back, and then go at it. And I do play better, but I can't count them. I don't count them because it isn't reflective of a game in my head. So yeah, just need to bridge that little gap. Right, we're on 70. Got 16 darts left at the 100, but let's do the 99 first. 171. Okay, 12 left at the 99. We're on 72. I'm a bit behind on the trebles and the singles, in all fairness. I think that's the first blank visit. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. But I think it is. Right, we've got 9 left. Just need to break 80 at this point. Yeah, I'm not going to be setting new records on the first go, am I? But it's so annoying. Like there was a point this morning where I played, and I hit 3 140s in a row. That was big deflection. And then as soon as I either put the camera on or get a bit of pressure on me, it just goes away. Right, we're on 75. Yeah, it's gone. My head's gone. My head has gone. So after 99, we're on 75. So I've only, this first dart counts. $76. Did I even get 50 in the target? I can't recall if I did, but that wasn't the best effort at all, was it? That was not the best effort. I think next time it'll be back on darts mind. Right, anyway, that's been me introducing the darts. I've not got them off to the start I wanted, but let's do 3 at the bull. Try and end positively. Ooh, right, that's been me introducing my darts. I'm now going to look at that list of things I need to correct and see what I can do. End here, and as always, remember to throw first.